I'm on a mission to help 50 real estate agents become the undisputed go-to name in their local market using YouTube, without spending hours in front of the camera or hundreds of thousands of dollars on an expensive media team. So I figured I'd do this as kind of like a Mr. Beast, Ryan Trahan type challenge, 50 agents in 50 markets, ideally one from every state. I thought would be pretty cool to get one person from every state to be the go-to name in their market. And I'm building this entire system in public. This is going to kind of serve as my weekly update video here. What's working, what's not working, how the whole thing is evolving, how it's scaling, but most importantly, how YouTube can actually turn real views into inbound clients. So if you're new here and this is our first time meeting, hi. Hello, this is the part of the video where you're supposed to introduce yourself. So I'm Bobby Kowecki, nice to meet you, and I lead video and brand strategy at BAM, and we are the fastest growing company in real estate media. And over the last couple years, I had the absolute privilege of seeing so many top producing agents in the space use YouTube as a lead pillar for their business, and really just not only help increase the amount of clients coming through the door, but absolutely catapult their brand in their local market. Not only that, if we're taking a look at my resume here, I've been told that I'm handsome, funny, great at parties, and most importantly, the reason you clicked on this video, I have a selfie with Academy Award winner Al Pacino. And that's right there. No, this image isn't AI. I took this picture about like 10 years ago after I saw him in a play. But more importantly than that, I have actually helped agents analyze their channel, tighten their positioning, and show them how to turn their content into predictable inbound business, not just vanity metrics, but real actual people calling you to do business with them. So why am I even doing this whole thing in the first place? Well, because most agents know that YouTube matters, right? You guys know that sellers and buyers are watching videos before they ever reach out, and trust is built all before that first conversation. But knowing YouTube matters and making YouTube work are two completely different things. And what I hear from agents most of the time is usually some version of this, that I know YouTube matters, but I don't have time for all of this. So, all of the strategy, the scripting, the filming, editing, thumbnails, posting, follow-up, I have a real business to run. So when am I going to have time to do YouTube? And honestly, those are all valid concerns, because most agents don't actually fail on YouTube because they're bad on camera. They fail on YouTube because YouTube requires too many moving parts without a system to hold it together. They'll post when they can, and they kind of guess what to talk about, and sure, they might get views, but nothing really happens after the fact, right? No appointments, no pipeline, no predictability. And eventually, much like with all things, especially now during this New Year's resolution time, you stop. You give up because it's not really something that you're seeing moving the needle in your business. And like I said, it's not because you're lazy, but because the process itself requires too much thinking, too much effort, and too much time on top of everything else that you have to do in your life. And so my whole goal with this little fun pet project is to build something that solves that middle part of that gap, right? And I've come up with a really catchy name here, great for SEO, the YouTube Inbound Agent OS, because this is what the whole kind of core of this idea is and everything I want to share with you today. So kind of at its level, it's a 4-part operating system that turns YouTube from a random posting habit to a 24/7 trust asset that drives inbound buyer and seller leads, not just for the sake of views and not just content for the sake of content, but an actual system that supports a real estate agent's business. So at a very high level, let's kind of run through this here. So the first system is going to be kind of the authority bot, and this is going to actually position your channel instantly as your trusted local advisor in your market and not just another agent making videos, because people hire agents who look like they are the obvious choice in their video content. And then the next one would obviously be the content agent. This is kind of the second part of the system. And my whole goal with this one was to remove thinking and kind of really make it so that every part of the video that is pre-production and takes a lot of work, the topics, the scripts, the hooks, the structures are all kind of mapped out in advance. So your content becomes a repeatable thing instead of like this draining research project, right? It won't write the scripts for you. I mean, it can, but then it becomes inauthentic. It's more just to provide you the vetted ideas of what people are searching for in your market and then cross-reference them with proven frameworks so that you can just drop in and provide your knowledge to it. And then the third system, and this is probably the part that is like the biggest leak I see with most agents YouTube, is kind of the inbound pipeline. Because you could be getting all the views in the world, but they're worthless without a path, right? So this system would automate all of the connected attention to action portions of your video. So that whole video that you just filmed and you invested time into making turns into conversations and appointments after the fact. And the fourth one here is going to kind of be my operations bot, because look, real life happens, and this is what keeps everything running while you're busy traveling or focused on your clients, because at the end of the day, that's what's most important here, not filming YouTube videos. It'll systemize all your analytics and feedback so you can kind of get an idea of what's working in your content faster so you can execute at a much higher level. Speaking of execution, how do I plan on doing all of this? Because do I really look like a guy with a plan? So my general framework for how I think I want to approach this is the tried and true. We've all seen it. We all love it. This square right here, the Alex Hormozi Core 4. So my two everyday non-negotiables that I've been doing since the year started. I'm filming this on January 1st, but you're seeing it the following Sunday. So every day I am going to be posting free content first, right? High level content inside of BAMX, no fluffy tips or trends or anything like that, but I want to provide you guys who are in the community with real systems, frameworks, and breakdowns that'll help you compound your content over time. I want to make sure that I'm providing you guys with knowledgeable content that can live on for months or even years, depending on how fast AI really moves, not just kind of spike for a day on a fad and then disappear. And I'm doing all of that within BAMX and here on YouTube as well. The second part of the Core 4 is I'm going to be running paid ads, because anything great doesn't grow by hoping, it grows with reps and feedback loops. And why I'm doing that here in my ads manager is A, because Mad Men is my most favorite show of all time and I absolutely love this, but I'm pressure testing messaging. I'm watching what is kind of resonating and what isn't so I can adjust fast and not just waiting to see what happens, right? My goal with this whole thing is really actionable advice that I can give and help agents within our community and here on YouTube who want to join our community that actually helps them day to day. Things that are tangible, not just, and Byron's going to love this one, pontificating, right? Real things that you can use right now to help drive your business forward. This is the same operating rhythm I've seen work at scale here on YouTube from some of the biggest creators, and it's the same rhythm that I expect agents to follow once the system is installed for them. So let's go through kind of what this video series is, right? Like what the expectations, because you're watching right now is going to be the first in a weekly series. So every Sunday moving forward, I'll post one of these and the video will have 3 parts. The first is going to be a Q&A portion, right? And I want to deliver all the value here in the video up front where I'll answer real questions from agents about YouTube, video editing, cameras, content positioning, AI. You name it, I'll be happy to answer if it kind of falls in that domain. And if you want to ask one of those questions, the only place you're going to be able to do so is inside of BAMX. You can shoot me a message. I might post a thread every week, but at any point you could just shoot me a DM. I'll collect all the questions every week on Friday and I'll answer them here on Sunday. So the second part of these videos that I want to do moving forward is one tangible AI use case. So every week I'll show you one practical way that I'm using AI either personally or here even at BAM, so you walk away with something you can actually apply to your content workflow. And third is to kind of just build this whole little pet project in public. You know, I'll share what's happening behind the scenes, what's working, what I'm not, because we all know over the last year, Nick Sarayev kind of popularized this video format of this whole building in public thing. But if you're a literary nerd like me, you'll know that Brandon Sanderson has been doing this for a very long time, updating people week by week on the progresses of his next books. It's kind of part journal, part transparency, part accountability. It's not about pretending that everything is perfect. It's to just kind of build this in public, in real time, and evolve it to what is working best on the platform. So if you are one of the agents in one of the states who think that this might be for you, hop into BAMX, shoot me a DM, and I'll be happy to walk you through it. I'm genuinely super excited to see how this plays out, just to kind of keep me accountable on a weekly content upload, to provide a whole bunch of value for everybody in BAMX, and to just do something new, different, and fun. I appreciate you being here at the beginning, and I'll see you on the next one.